scary that this domain is changing a lot and there are many updates coming?
No, it's not scary because you have a team and you work with people. You can learn from everybody. Or in aviation, you must work with the books in front of you.
Okay.
It's important.
Hi there, I'm Teo Aquinola and I'll be the host of this podcast series. Welcome to Activism Collectors In STEAM edition, powered by Sense Project, a Horizon Europe initiative where Jake is partnering with actors throughout Europe to make science and technology more engaging by combining them with art, helping students learn throughout hands-on experiences and creative activities while encouraging more young people, especially girls, to get involved in this field. Let's dive into today's episode.
Hi there, and welcome to a new episode of Activist Collectors, Women in STEAM Edition, a Sense project powered by Horizon Europe, an initiative in which Jake is partnering with other organizations and institutions trying to make science and technology more appealing for young people, especially women, combined with arts. So, today's episode, we are going to have a really special guest. She's having so much experience and so many things to share with us. She is both an engineer, she has a lot of talents, but let's not say further. I'd like to introduce our guest for today, Mădălina. Hello, Mădălina.
Hello.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
We are honored to have you here amongst with other amazing women, and we are looking to dive into your adventure with the STEAM and what it means to be a woman in STEAM, but more exactly in aviation.
Yes, in aviation.
And I wanted to ask you, how are you? How is everything?
It's amazing. I'm fine. And the aviation is amazing field um with amazing parts of to discover a part of us when you work in this field. The aviation is a passion, and I think the aviation chose me, not I chose aviation. Because the aviation was my second choice.
Okay. So please, for the people that don't know you already and they're seeing you and hearing from you, tell us a bit about your past, about your present. What do you want to share with us? Who is Madalina Lipan?
I am engineering in aviation. Uh, and and some years ago, I started reading about NLP, psychology. I started in high school to write poems.
So we see how art is being combined with engineering and with psychology, and it's all a mixture of things.
Yes. I finished military training academy. And I work in maintenance. So I discovered the aviation is a passion, and I love aviation. At the job, I think is a God plan for me, aviation. Because I think that this field is like a drug, but in a good sense.
Okay.
Yes, in a good sense. Um, um,
Okay. Aviation is a field that is not really popular, but not necessarily because it's not popular, because it's not. People think it's really fancy and it's pretty hard to get in. I heard many people that are like, no, it's too much for me, not only for girls or for guys in general. So I wanted to ask, how did you even get into this field? How did you start? How did you even think of going towards these studies?
Um, I knew in high school that I want a job
Okay.
where I use my brain and my hands in the same time.
Okay.
So guess what? I discovered mm, about me at the first modeling course of NLP that I'm kinesthetic.
Okay.
So yes, um, the vision complete this my desire. So I think in this field it's not hard for an engineering, but you need passion and curiosity to grow up and to learn and to learn and to learn.
Yes. In the part of learning, sadly or happily, all our lives we have it close. And did you had uh, anybody that inspired you when you were in high school? Because we know that in high school we usually choose then what university we are going to follow, and maybe we can, keep the same direction or then change direction with the job part. But when you were in high school, how did you get to the I don't know, aviation field? Did you like to fly or?
I fight in high school, but I saw some aircrafts at some events,
Okay.
and I I had a feel in the in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew when I chose aviation to the second choice, yes, but I had a feel, and I think everyone of this field feel uh, the way this way.
Yes, I can imagine because exactly as you said, we are flying and all, but you need a feeling towards something. And maybe this is how you got to your passion.
Yes.
Do you think it's hard for a woman to work in aviation?
Um. No. No. It's not hard. A woman is hard, but in some moment you need to uh, push something is heavy or something like that, and the mechanics where the center of maintenance um, are almost mess.
Okay.
So yes, the physics strength is important in some moments.
Okay. So when we are talking about the field, what is a bit difficult is the fact that sometimes you need to deal with some things that maybe the f- the woman is not necessarily designed physically to be able to do it, like carry weights and pushing around and stuff like this. But apart from this, did you find it very hard to study in university, or it was simply as you got in and you followed your passion? Of course, studying it's a part of the process, and then the things flew.
Um, it's not hard for a woman. In university, is like every university you learn about the base information,
Mm-hmm.
but you discover if you like and if you are in love at this way at the job.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear the engine start and that moment you just check, I think, I don't know, for example, the landing gear. Okay, you check the landing gear, but you know that aircraft fly safe And the SAVE is really important in aviation. It's the first word um, for an aviation
Engineer.
yes.
So safety first.
Of course, yes, it's very important.
Okay, good to know. This is very, for us that we are really passionate by traveling and we are going in all these Erasmus projects and all. It's very important to know that at least we are on safe hands. So thank you again for this. And I wanted to ask you, is there anybody that inspired you to go towards engineering, or did you have a role model or a mentor or?
Sincerely, I didn't have a mentor because I grew up in a family with a business family.
Okay.
Yes, but I have a little funny story. When I was a child, at 5 years old, I think, I wake up at the 5 a.m.
Uh-huh.
To go with my dad everywhere. Doesn't matter where. And in that moment, um, our family car was a Skoda and a single representation from Moldova um, was in Baku.
Okay.
Okay, I went to Baku and my dad received a car to make his work in a town. But I had a mood or patience to stay with him. So I stayed in a service with mechanics. They explained me everything. I asked a lot of questions. I didn't understand, obviously, and I don't remember, but I remember the images from the circuits. So I think I thank for the mechanics of this service.
okay, okay. So maybe the mechanics of the service, you see how you can maybe get into engineering, maybe at the 5 years old. Yes, yes, okay. So you see, as early as possible, maybe this is how you can find your direction in life. So maybe you don't know exactly. And I know we discussed, and I knew this before, but we also discussed right before we started about which is the role of volunteering and how important was volunteering while, growing up and in development of youth. Because, us at Jake, we are also dealing and we are working with volunteers all the time. Also, we have international volunteers. And all of us that's been in these projects had contact with volunteer pretty early. What was your experience with volunteering? When did you start?
I started in a university, um, and the volunteering is a part of me, because I think is to be a leader in volunteering is harder than to be leader at the job because in volunteering people follow us because they want the job people follow us because you are a leader or the boss. It depends of situation.
Yes.
Yes. So I realized the job I have people in my team. I am a leader to people that have more years in aviation than I have of life.
Okay.
So yes, it's an interesting part of me.
Okay, so the leadership part, it's always been in you since you were volunteering really young, since school, and now also in your job. Okay, so really interesting this part. But you know what? I'm curious. Did volunteering play any role in your development or maybe in your career that you choose after?
Um, yes, volunteering has about the an important part because in volunteering I learned to discuss with people, to manage people, to organize an event, and is very important because in volunteering you don't learn just about how to do something because they want. You learn about you and what you want. I discovered in volunteering that I am a good trailer.
Okay. Okay, so we see how volunteering is basically helping us from really young towards our, you know, even career, even domain and field. Um, do you feel that any of your teachers encourage you, or maybe school encourage you towards you choosing a STEAM field?
I am a logical person. So I knew that to make s- something that I have a visible result.
Okay.
So in aviation, I have a visible result because I repair something at the aircraft. Um, and after that, the aircraft or the helicopter um, start the engine. The engine is the starting engines. Um, you hear the every stage of starting, and you see the everything is okay, and you have this result in your front.
Okay, because basically in your work day by day, this is how we verify that you did a great job by seeing that all the aircraft and all are working properly and the sounds are the right size.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Super cool. And I wanted to ask you if since you started being in this field, did you see the aviation, I don't know, evolving as a field, becoming more developed? Many things changed since you started working.
Um, I have some challenges because I adapted at this word. Okay, I think. Um, the job is so differently by university. Yes, because at the job you need patience, courage, to admit that you don't know,
Okay.
and to admit you learn about your team from your mechanics. Uh, so you need curiosity, so much curiosity to know, to learn, to read
Hmm.
about everything.
Okay. I agree with the fact that when you study about something is way different than when you go in the practice part. And for me, it was the same because once is one thing to read and you have your projects in the university, and then when you end up in practice, you see that it's not exactly how they were saying A, B, C, this step. It's basically something else. But this doesn't mean it's not so nice because here you are in the field and you're loving it. And I know for how many years I know you for. We are knowing each other for 3 or 4 years. And since then, you did not stop about this. And this shows again how passionate you are in the field and all. Do you have any advice for, let's say, in the beginning? young people and girls that are thinking to maybe prepare themselves for this field, for the studies?
Um, I think it's important to have a curiosity to read about every field from STEM. Uh, to read, I don't know, an article, a chapter, a book, to go to events. In aviation, for example, is BIAS in Bucharest, Bucharest International Air Show. And they can see the aircrafts or another technique.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and personal development is very important to make a test of abilities, of, I don't know, to ask um, them what you want and what you like, what they like, because it's important to make what you like.
Yes, yes. I agree with you because many times we hear that certain jobs and domains, maybe, yeah, this is a hard domain, you need to study a lot. But you never know which is your passion and which is your talent until you go. Do you have any project or accomplishment that you'd like to share with our public? Because I know many of your accomplishments, but I was curious if it's any in particular that you'd like to share.
Um, every day of maintenance in aviation is amazing part because uh, every work to every repair. Okay, I made an aircraft and I see that aircraft it's okay to fly. It's like a prize for me, and um that's the reason that I said it's a drug in a good sense. Yes, because the level of dopamine is a little bit higher when you see these results.
Okay, okay. I understand now. So basically, you developed an addiction just by making the right thing a little bit. But it's not necessarily wrong as long as you, every day you wake up. Because we hear a lot about, oh, I need to wake up to go to school, to go to work. But as long as you wake up and you're like, okay, I go in a place where I like what I do, the people, they can be nice, they can, whatever, but I like what I do. And at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm looking maybe in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I did something great today. It's, I think this is a great thing. And I'm really happy to have you here with us because it's important to find people that are really passionate and to share about the passion with us. And also, I wanted to ask you, because we keep discussing about NLP and engineering and your passion for art. How do you feel that this helped you in your career to have, all these skills at the hand? Did it help you anyhow in your job to mix, arts with, creativity and also with engineering and physics and so on?
You say Ash because you know I write poem.
Okay. But don't know. Now people know that you're also an artist, so also creative mind with logical mind coming together.
Yes. The poems bring with the imagination. The NLP bring with skills about me in patience with me.
Okay.
To have courage to say something important in sometimes so and NLP, psychology, arts, poems, um, all things blended are a human part of me. Um, they make me uh, that human part which I always which I speak with the people. I understand people from my team.
When you manage your team.
Yes, to manage.
What about your reparation? Are you using creativity in hands-on your job?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine some um, things from the aircraft is like a Lego.
Okay. Yes, it's like a ego. So sometimes when you hear a sound, but you don't know if it's you think something is not okay, and then you need to guess. Okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and then maybe you need to be creative and file it. Because I'm sure this thing. It's one thing when you're in the in the place where you work, and some other thing maybe I don't know, because I remember before you were telling me that maybe sometimes you need to travel abroad for courses and stuff like that. So then I'm sure every time you need to be creative and keep yourself curious.
And innovation is important for engineering to discover if the aircraft bring with a fault, for example. The engineering can be the cost and to repair, not just to repair, to see the causes and in aviation is important to see the causes of the of for that fault. Um, because you uh, start to manage that uh, field by safety.
Okay.
So every fault or a new fault
Okay.
can be a bit in the maintenance is important to know everybody about the sport.
Okay. Okay. I understand. And now that we talk about um the fact that okay, it's a domain in which you are, exactly like. Because basically, it's, like medicine where you operate and you feel and you understand. Like, okay, maybe you have a board, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I want to ask you, is this scary that this domain is, you know, changing a lot? And, there are many updates coming for the engine, whatever. Is this scary? The fact that it's changing a lot?
No, 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 it's not scary because you have a team and you work with people and you can learn from everybody
Mm-hmm.
or to in aviation you must work with the books in front of you.
Okay.
It's important.
Okay.
It's important thing.
Does AI is helping you in this field?
um I hadn't opportunity to use AI.
Okay. And I wanted to ask also, but how do you stay motivated in, when it's allowed to learn, or maybe sometimes you encounter some, harder moments in the job? How do you keep yourself motivated?
I'm motivated by uh, my team, I think, and to see the aircraft flying in safe. And for example, I was in a center of maintenance, and I saw they are people, men's, um, who worked in aviation all life. They retired to passion.
Okay.
uh, from Air Force.
Okay.
Um, and also they work in a center of maintenance and aviation
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
After of like an aviation, they still work.
And what about looking forward? What trends or innovations are exciting you for the aviation?
I think the trends and development of aviation, the next stage, I think, is drones.
Okay.
And to use drones in that fields like agriculture, mapping, I think,
Okay.
take pictures of the cities.
Okay. I understand. Um, but again, because I know we were discussing before we start this thing. Do you think AI would play an important role in in the systems, in the programs? How?
Um, the AI, I think, is a role to program the drones right now. I think it is important thing right now because the drones um, evolve in these years.
Yes. Yes.
Evolve so much.
I agree because we saw now they are used in anything like from photography to any other. Now I saw they are even doing food delivery with drones. So and other fields, of course. Yes. Yes. Do you think there is any way in which we can support most impactful girls that go in domains like STEAM? Or do you think it's any way better in which we can encourage them to go towards STEAM fields?
uh, I think for young girls to um, see a part of uh, them what they shy
Okay.
to go to event.
Okay.
I said to read about uh, fields in textile.
When we talk about these fields more technical, you know that girls sometimes they are orienting themselves towards fields more creative. How would you encourage girls to go towards these more technical fields?
Work with them and to make personal development and to discover their talents because I steal the world. The talent, the work, the talent, if the talent doesn't work.
Yes, I agree with that. And hard work every time beats talents, as many people say also in sports. Yes. Um, what do you feel that it's when we talk about engineering, many people are getting pretty scared. They think, oh, it's hard. I need to know mathematics and physics. And oh, what do you think are some of the fields that you need to know in order, or you need to study about and read about before you go towards a.
I like maths, physics. I prefer to learn about maths and physics, and I like to play with what? Sorry, I like to play with Lego. Lego.
Okay, okay. Yes, because I know they say a lot that Lego develops a lot.
Yes.
Okay, really nice. Do you think, do you have any advice for teachers? Maybe teachers can, because we had we discussed before regarding how it would have been very helpful for you to have maybe teacher to discover this even earlier because you could have studied more and stuff like this. Do you have any advice for the teachers?
Um, the teachers, I think. They would take the test to make with their students, um, to organize trips at the different places where they can see different fields of work.
Yes.
In construction, I don't know.
Yes, in any so they test and they see how they are passionate about. Okay. And as we are coming pretty close towards the end, is there any advice that you would have need or like to receive when you were little?
Be courage, be brave, and you have faith that the God knows the better for you.
Okay. And I'd like to thank you so much for your participation. And right before we end, a final advice for our girls in STEAM.
Be brave, be courage, and learn. Learn about everything.
Learn about everything because it will be really helpful, not only in the domain that you'll go towards to, but also in your whole life. Because you never know when something like this could be really useful.
Yes, that your way, you will feel this your way.
And Mother, please tell our audience where they can follow you, where they can see more about your adventure in both aviation, in your poems, and all.
Um, uh, I am Madalina Lipan. The name on Facebook, Instagram is the same name.
Okay, we'll also drop the links. And again, thank you so much for accepting our invitation today. We hope you felt good with us. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Activist Collectors Women in STEAM Edition. For more information and resources about STEAM, please check our website's page, Sense STEAM. You'll find it below. And again, I am Teo Afinola, and I'm really happy to have you next to us and see you for the more episodes. Bye bye.